Hey friends, welcome back to the studio. Today I have these little fused glass landscapes, and I like to put those in frames. I like to mount them to mat board and frame them. And so today that's what we're doing. I have 4 of them ready to go, so I'm gonna cut my mat boards and get them in their frames. So that's what we're doing. It's also like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I spent my morning running life errands. I went to the grocery store and the bank and the post office, and I had to pick up a couple of supplies because I have another stained glass class this coming weekend. So I had to pick up some additional supplies for that. So I spent the bulk of my day already running around town. So let's get something productive accomplished. Okay, so these are going to take about 24 to 48 hours to fully set up, so they're not going to move for a little while. I still need to sign them because they're art. They need a signature. And that's about it, honestly. I'm probably going to spend the rest of the evening doing some yard work, so I doubt that I'll get back in the studio tonight. And it's just as well, because these need to be left alone to sit and set up. So if I'm in here piddling, I'm more likely to try to move them around, and it's really best if I just don't. So anyway, that's it for today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Hello friends, welcome back. So I have the first of 3 markets in a row this weekend. So I have one this Saturday, next Saturday, and the following Saturday. I have been very, very busy making lots and lots of stock, as you can see over here behind me. So none of it is priced. I have so much work to do as far as pricing and packing items for these upcoming shows. So even though I have a few more items that I want to make before Saturday, I want to go ahead and pack up everything that is made currently, because I know I'm probably going to run out of time later this week to get that done. So that's what we're doing today. So let's get started. So I have a bunch of price tags here and labels. I'm going to start by unpacking this bin. This bin has all of my tabletop kinds of items in it, and I want to unpack this, see what all's in it, take kind of a visual inventory for my own knowledge, and get this stuff repacked. Everything that's in here is priced, but I have other items that are not priced that are going to go in here. So it is easier for me to take a visual stock of what all I have if I can see everything. It's more for my own peace of mind than anything else. So this is how I pack my glass for my shows. I pack it into bins and I layer it with this foam from, it's mattress memory foam that you can put on top of your mattress. The glass doesn't tend to move around a whole lot because it's got kind of a sticky consistency. Okay, I know what's down there. Okay. So I know I'm gonna pick more of those. I'm gonna pick more of those. Whoops. Okay. Is there anything else I have? 2 frames. I have a big frame and the other one. Okay. Okay. Now, the other question is, I'm mostly talking to myself, by the way. I do have one more big plate that I just finished that's not in here, but I don't know that I'm going to pack it for this event. Now I did just remember that I have these glass trivets that I made. They have little feet on them so they'll stand up off of the countertop. And I do want to take these, but I haven't priced them yet, so I need to do that first. Now I do all of my pricing with a mathematic formula because it's the easiest way that I know to do it. So they're based on size. This is 7 by 7 roughly. So 7 times 7 divided by 144. So I price it by the square foot. And then I take it times a price per square foot that I feel is fair to charge. If you really want help with that formula, I'm happy to share it. Sorry, getting random texts. I'm happy to share that formula. I think that everybody has to make their own formula based on their time and materials and skill level and all of those things. Like, I don't think there's a one size fits all for everybody. But mine is size based. So these are all going to be a different cost. These are all going to be a different cost because they're all slightly different sized. So I think I'm going to be able to tuck them in with these items. This one's 6 by 7. It took me a long time to find a formula that I felt like was right and fair, but now that's what it is. And I use a similar formula for stained glass, but it also compensates for the number of pieces within the piece as well. So more complicated pieces that are the same size are also more expensive because they have a lot more pieces to cut in them. Okay, that bin is full. All right, next up is all of my hanging glass. That is all going in this bin. Oh, there is a frame in here. I'm going to start by packing all of the little, smaller pieces first. That way they are the last ones to come out of the bin because it's easier to finagle the little pieces in amongst the bigger pieces than it is to fill my grid with big pieces or with little pieces first and then try to get the big pieces in. So I like the big pieces on top so that they're one of the last pieces, or one of the first pieces that get pulled out of the bin to hang on my grids in my tent. So I'm taking all of my dragonflies. I believe these guys are all priced. So double check each of them as I put them in the bin. So I have a few items that have been in the works that you don't know about yet that are stained glass inspired stationery items. I am a freak for stationery and organization. So I have made these weekly planning pads, just plain memo pads, and then weekly desk planning pads. So this one is Sunrise, and then the other collection, which I haven't packaged any of yet, is the butterflies. Look, this one has popped off. This butterflies collection. So there's the weekly priority. There's the notepad. And I'm gonna hold one of the weekly pads. And the weekly planner. So I am gonna take these to my event this weekend. I need to package these up, and I have some others that are being made currently. I need to package all of these up. I made some stickers. Oh, this is the one that doesn't have a sticker. I made some stickers to put on the backs that say what they are. And I need to package all of these up and find something to display them in. I'm thinking a basket of some kind. I've got a lot of things laying around, so I'm gonna kind of hunt around and see what I can find that makes sense for these items for taking to my event. So I'm gonna do a little digging around real quick, see what I can find. I've got to print stickers for the skinny daily pads and for the weekly planners, so I need little stickers for them, and then I need to price everything, and I need to find something to put them in. So that is my next task. I'm gonna be off camera for a little bit because I'm gonna go root around. I know I have some little baskets and things kind of tucked away all over the house, so I'm gonna go look for a couple that are appropriate and make sense for this purpose. So I'll be back. All right, so I owe you guys an apology. I fully intended to film my event last weekend, and it didn't happen. Partially because the logistics for the event were difficult, much more difficult than expected. Well, that's not true. They set the right expectation for it. It just, well, let's leave it at the logistics for the event were difficult. So it was on the town square in Noblesville, Indiana, and there's a lot of construction around the square. I had to unload my car 2 blocks away and drag everything to my booth space. And while that doesn't seem like that far, it takes me 7 trips. And we also had to cross a street that was busy, had busy traffic. So it took me a full hour just to unload. It takes me 7 trips. And some of those trips are heavy, right? Even though I use a cart and I load it up with my bins, my glass bins are not light because my items are glass. Glass is heavy. So once my cart is fully loaded and then I still have to drag it the 2 blocks, and I have to stop and wait for a traffic light to change so that I can cross the street, and I'm dodging all the other vendors doing the exact same thing. Logistically, it's just hard. So it took me a full hour just to get all of my items to my booth space, and then I only had 45 minutes to set up at that point. So I was in a hurry, and frankly, filming just completely slipped my mind. By the time I got everything ready to start setting up, I just needed to get it done. And so I didn't think about filming until I was like halfway through setup, and then I decided this just wasn't the day. So I apologize that I didn't film the actual event at all. I will try to do better this coming weekend in my next vlog. That said, I'm going to end this vlog here. I know it's been like sort of haphazard. My summer schedule is difficult because the kids are here some of the time. They're not here all of the time because my ex-husband and I split custody 50-50 during the summer. So some weeks the kids are here and filming is a lot harder. Some weeks the kids are not here and filming is a lot easier. So my filming for vlog type stuff has been really, really broken and dodgy. So I apologize for that too. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed what you got to see here, and I promise you get to see me do some event setup in the very near future. My booth setup has changed for this year. It's different than what I've done in years past. I'm kind of playing with a new, slightly different, I mean, it's a 10 by 10 tent. You can't change it. So there's only so many changes that can be made, but I am still playing with kind of a new dynamic for the way that I set things up, and it's still changing a little bit. So yeah, I'd love to show that to you very, very soon. Hopefully that will happen in the next vlog. Anyway, thanks for joining today. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.